Hello students, I'm here again to help you review the lesson. Revision 2, English 8, Unit 4, 5 and 6, Grammar. In the 3 units, we're going to review these grammar points. Let's start with Unit 4, our customs and traditions. Look at the picture. The family are making some cakes for Tet holiday. What should the children do? The kids should have to make chin cakes and Tet cakes for Tet. The first grammar point here is the use of should and shouldn't. They are used to express advice. To express advice, we use should or shouldn't. So what do you choose for the sentence here? You respect our people. Of course, should is the right answer. What about this? According to tradition, you sweep the floor on the first day of Tet. Should or shouldn't? Let's see. No. So shouldn't is correct. Please do an exercise. You should or shouldn't, and the verbs given. Number 1. Should wait. Number 2. Shouldn't use. Number 3. Shouldn't break. Number 4. Should follow. And number 5. Shouldn't touch. How many correct answers can you get? I hope that all of you can do the test very well. The next grammar point in Unit 4 is the use of have to.
Whether in ancient times or today, Tet is still the biggest traditional holiday in Vietnam. Not only a sacred moment marking the transition between the old year and the new, Tet also reflects Vietnamese people's outlook on life, as well as the profound and unique customs and beliefs bearing the national culture. While Western countries regard January the 1st as the beginning of the new year, Eastern countries follow the lunar calendar, with the new year starting later in January or February. In celebration of Tet, every person is busy cleaning and decorating their homes to prepare for the Ông Công Ông Táo, Langini and Kitchen Ghost ceremony on the 23rd day of the last month of the lunar year.
Okay, so what can you see? The first one, decorate the house. Prepare flowers for Tết. Make sticky rice cakes. And we can make some sentences with have to. Example, people have to decorate the house before Tết. Have to is used to express obligation or necessity. It shows external obligation. Example, someone else makes a decision about what you must do. Affirmative. Subject plus have to or has to plus infinitive. Example, we have to clean the house carefully before Tết. Negative. Subject plus don't or doesn't have to plus infinitive. Example, she doesn't have to wear a company uniform. Interrogative. Do or does plus subject plus have to plus infinitive. Example, do they have to follow the tradition of cleaning the house before Tết? Another exercise with have to or don't or doesn't have to. So you have about 1 minute to do it. Please start. Finish, everyone. Number 1 is have to. Number 2, don't have to. Number 3, have to. Number 4, don't have to. Number 5, don't have to. So how many correct ones can you get? I hope that all of you can do the test very well. Remember, don't have to is used when it is not necessary to do something. Example, my mother doesn't have to work on Saturdays. If you want to tell somebody not to do something as an obligation, use must not or mustn't instead. Example, you mustn't wear short skirts in here. Use the correct form of have to or must. Number 1, have to. My mother always tells me that I have to be home by 9 p.m. Number 2, mustn't. You mustn't be late for school. Number 3, has to. She has to wear that costume because it's the family tradition. Number 4, had to and don't have to. In the past, men had to wear outside, but today they don't have to wear it. Number 5, must. To show our love and respect to grandparents, we must visit them on the first day of Tết. Let's continue with Unit 5, Festivals in Vietnam. Do you know any festivals in Vietnam? Look at the picture. It's the Home King Festival. It's very famous. Now we review the use of simple sentences and compound sentences. There are 2 sentences here. Read and identify which is simple sentence and which is compound sentence. Number 1. I enjoy going around with my friends at Mid-Autumn Festival. It is simple sentence. because it has one independent clause. Number 2. I like chun cakes, but I don't like zai cakes. It is compound sentence because it has two independent clauses. A simple sentence is one independent clause. Notice that a sentence that has two verbs, as in the sentence, I enjoy playing tennis. I look forward to it every weekend. Or two nouns, as in the sentence, my mother and my sister go shopping every weekend, is still a simple sentence because it has only one clause. What about a compound sentence? It has two or more independent clauses which join together. Each clause is of equal importance and could stand alone. They can be joined with conjunctions like and, but, or, so, and yet, or conjunctive adverbs like however, nevertheless, moreover, therefore, and otherwise. For example, Tết is the most important festival in Vietnam. Therefore, most Vietnamese return home for Tết. Choose the correct answer in practice to complete the sentences. Number 1. What do you choose? It is moreover. Number 2. And. Number 3. Because. Number 4. Though. Another kind of sentence is complex sentences. A complex sentence includes one independent clause and one or more dependent clause. Example: while the elephants are racing, people cheer to encourage them. The first clause is dependent clause and the second one is independent clause. A dependent clause begins with a subordinator such as when, while, because, although, even though, and if. Remember, a dependent clause cannot form a separate sentence, but can form a sentence when joined with a main clause. The dependent clause can go before or after the independent clause. If the dependent clause goes before the independent clause, it is followed by a comma. Example: although she is thin, she works very hard. If the dependent clause goes after the independent clause, there is no comma. Example: people cheer to encourage the elephants while they are racing. Choose the correct answer. You have about 1 minute to identify what you choose. Finish, everyone. The answer is if for number 1. Number 2, even though. Number 3, because. Number 4, while. Number 5, when. Do you have the same answers? Good. The last unit today is Unit 6, Protels. Look at the picture. Do you know the name of the story? Yes, The Little Red Riding Hood. And next to her, next to the girl, you see a book. Choose the correct verbs to complete the sentence. Okay? So the first one was going, and the second verb, met. Okay. The girl was going to her grandmother's house when she met a group. In this unit, we review the use of past simple and past continuous. Here, the use of past continuous. We use past continuous to describe an action that was in progress at a stated time in the past. Example, at 3:30, the tortoise was running ahead of the hare. And also we use past continuous to describe an action that was in progress when another shorter action happened. The shorter action is expressed by the simple past. Example, a fairy appeared while she was crying. A fairy appeared. It is shorter action. And the form of past continuous. Positive. Subject plus to be was or were plus verb ing. Negative. Subject to be was or were not and verb ing. And question to be was or were and subject plus verb ing. Short answers to yes/no questions. Yes, he, she, it, I was. Yes, we, you, they are. No, I or he or she, it wasn't. And no, we, you, they weren't. Look at the picture. There are a tortoise and a hare. And we have the sentence. While the hare was sleeping, the tortoise ran to the finish as fast as he could. So what do you choose? Ran or was running? So the answer is ran. Please do an exercise. Use the past simple or past continuous of the verbs. Number 1. Was flying and saw. Number 2. Were heavy. Number 3. Didn't meet. Number 4. Reached. Number 5. Was flying and heard. Do you have all correct answers? Now it's time for you to play a game. Question number 1. According to Vietnamese tradition, you clean the house on the first and the second day of the Lunar New Year. What do you choose? Shouldn't or should? The correct answer is shouldn't. What do you choose for this question? Mr. Tang is very busy with his work. He's going to the Hương Pagoda with his family next week. So the answer is other. Do you have the correct answer? Yes? Good. To elderly people, we give things with both hands. Is it easy? A, B, C, or D? The correct answer is should. In my family, we chew and talk at the same time because it is not polite. So what do you choose? Have to? No. Motion? Yes. So the correct answer is motion. The princess happily with her family when the queen. So what do you choose? A, B, C, or D? Let's see. Okay, not C. So D? Right. You have to use past continuous first and then past simple. When a thirsty crowd eats a jar of water. So the first part we use past continuous. The second part we use past simple. So the answer is B. Do you have correct one? The lesson we can learn from the story, The Star Fruit Tree, is that we be ready. The correct one is shouldn't. Many foreign tourists want to go to Vietnam in the spring because there are many festivals organized during this season. Is a simple sentence, compound sentence, a complex sentence, or both, B and C. Let's see. Compound. No. You see? Yes. So it is complex sentence. Game is over. So how many correct answers can you get? I hope that all of you can do it very well. And the last part, your homework. You should review the vocabulary and grammar in Unit 4, 5, and 6 and get ready for the test. I hope that you can get high score in the test. Good luck! It's time to say goodbye now, everyone. I hope that the lesson today can give you some useful and interesting things. Goodbye!